Okay, number 9. Number 9 flips it on you. The graph they give at the top is f prime, and you're supposed to find the matching f graph. So it is another good example of what the AP test writers are good at doing, is just keep changing things up so you can't really just memorize problems. So we just analyze again, but now we have to think in the other direction. Every y coordinate on f prime represents a tangent slope on f. So I'm going to go find the easiest to analyze y coordinate on f prime. Raise your hand if you can tell me where I'm looking. It's like, what point on f prime would be the best place to start? Like the place that's easiestly, like I want to go to the place on f prime that will be easiest to understand on f. Every point up here is a tangent slope of a point down here. So I want to go to the easiest point here in terms of here. Maddox, what do you think?
Y equals 0.
Say where?
Y equals 0.
So I want to go right to this spot here. What's the x-coordinate right there, Maddox?
3.
And the y-coordinate is?
0.
2 points if your hand is raised, 3 for Maddox. That's where I was looking. Because I can say the following now. F prime of 3 is equal to 0. So, tangent slope of f, f at x equal 3 is 0. Questions? Raise your hand if you know which graph or graphs were suddenly eliminated. Like that one clue got rid of one or more graphs. Let's go, Jessica.
Is it all of them but A?
So if I go to A, so what you're mixing up, no worries. I could be wrong, but I think what you're looking here is that this y coordinate is 0.
Yeah.
And so they have the same y coordinate. I get that, but that's not the correspondence we're looking for. What we're looking for, no worries, is that up here, this y coordinate is what, Jessica?
Are you looking when it like hits the top and then starts to come back down like slow?
What we're looking for is where the tangent slope on one of these
Okay, yeah.
would be 0.
So B.
There you go.
Okay.
No worries. So right here, the tangent slope is 0. Right here, the tangent slope is 0. Right here, the tangent slope is negative. Right here, the tangent slope is positive. So that means these two do not match at that one point. Okay, how many had the right answers from point? And then 2 more for Jessica. Questions? Sweet. So we got to find something else. So we'll go to page. So all we do is like we did before, except now we're looking at f prime. So now we have 2 choices. We can pay attention to this characteristic of f prime or this characteristic of f prime. So right here, how would you like to describe f prime in this vicinity? Tell me to stop when it changes. That's not going to change. Cool. 2 for page. Okay. So if f prime is decreasing, Hunter, what do we know about f?
It's going to be increasing. Or, no, sorry, it's going to be either, it's going to be a concave down.
Yeah, there's no either. It's just concave down. 2 points. Good work. Questions? So we're looking to see if we can eliminate B or D based on that clue. We cannot because both B and D are always concave down. Questions? Please, Jessica.
Why are you looking at like, so on the f prime graph you're looking at just a solid point, but then at the normal like f position graph, whatever, you're looking at the tangent slope, you know?
Got it. 2 points. It comes back to the definition that everyone has to make sure you have memorized, which is every tangent slope that you see on f, that tangent slope is represented as a y value on f prime. It's like somebody did the following, Jessica. In fact, like right here, Jessica, is the tangent slope positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So that means there's going to be a y-coordinate on f prime at x equals 0 with a positive value. Because every time I measure a tangent slope on f, if I write that tangent slope down, I'm going to have a big long list of tangent slopes. If I plot them, that plot is f prime.
Oh, okay.
Two more. It's what I have been trying to get all of you to do from the very beginning. When you look at a graph, you need to see numbers. You have to think about what the numbers are telling you. So when I look at this graph of f prime, I see numbers. Hands up, what does this number here mean? Like there's an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate there. Hands up. The x and the y-coordinate, well, the x doesn't really have meaning, it's just a locator. But the y has meaning. Let's go, shoot, don't say it. Okay. Hold on. We're at the point in the year that if I can't get your name, I pay you a ticket. So, Anna Conlon.
Yes. It's 0.
So the point here is 0, 3. How many new? Point, stay with Anna for a minute. Okay, going back to Jessica's question, that y-coordinate is 0, 3. I can now declare that f prime of something is equal to something. Two more for Anna. Hands up if you know what goes inside the parentheses and what goes inside the box based on this observation. Hands up. This is the connection you have to be able to make over and over again for the entire rest of the year. Like, no exception, this will happen all year long. You know that every y-coordinate, listen to the words, and then you've got to translate it to math. Every y-coordinate on f is a tangent slope. Sorry, every y-coordinate on f prime. Boy, I'm really struggling. But we can do this still. What goes here? Let's go, Kate.
0 and 3.
So this is just a different way to say these two things mean the same thing. How many new? 2 points. Who can fill in this one? Who knows what goes inside both of those boxes? Hands up. There we go. That's the connection. I was a little off track there. Jason, what do you got?
Is it still 0, 3? Or 3, 0, sorry.
3, 0. No. Hold on. No, it's 0, 3. So it's the same x. So this x is 0 on f prime. That means the x on f is still at 0. It's just the meaning of the y-coordinate changes. The y-coordinate here is the value. Down here, the tangent slope at that point will have to be 3. How many knew that? 2 more. Please.
Isn't the bottom graph f one of those are f, so when x is 0 on these ones, or when x is 3 on these two graphs, the tangent slope would be 0.
Correct. That's, yeah, you're doing fine, Jackson. That's here, right? So at x equal 3, this graph has a tangent slope of 0. That's a match. At x equal 3, this graph also has a tangent slope of 0. That's also a match. Comfortable? Just confirming.
Yeah, so wouldn't it be 3, 0 then?
For this one here.
Yeah.
So 2 more points for Jackson. The purple item I just circled is not talking about this point. It's talking about this point. So
Isn't that graph f prime though?
stay with me, you'll see it. So this is f prime, yeah? So what's this x-coordinate, Jackson?
0.
Good. That means when I go down to f, I want to look at the same x. So I'm going to go over here to x equals 0. You with me?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the y-coordinate up here on f prime?
3.
Good. That means down here on f, at that same x, I have to find a tangent slope.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Does that feel better? That is 3.
Okay.
Good. 3 more. That's well done. There you go. Okay. you can't really just look at that and know which one has a tangent slope of 3. You have to do a bit more work. Not a lot. Can I erase the board? Okay. So tangent slope means, imagine that you could find how fast the points are changing, like in a tiny, 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 tiny spot. But that means that little tangent line is going to be so short you can't really see it. So what we usually do is we just make the line longer, so we can see it, but it's still just that tiny, tiny slope. So here goes. Relatively proud of that line. It's a little curvy here, that's a little embarrassing. But it's nice and straight at the beginning, which is, never mind. Gotta be proud of something when you get old. Everybody good? Okay, moving on from the bad dad jokes. Okay. I'm going to call on somebody here. Let's go with Haley. So Haley, I'm trying to find the slope of the orange line. Slope is rise over run. So I just pick easy spots. Let's say this is good because a run of 1 makes it simple. Go over 1, go up. Just give me a rough estimate, doesn't have to be perfect. What does it appear the rise of that line to be? About 0.5. So this slope is 0.5, 2 points for Haley, over 1. Questions? So here you go, vote. Does this, right there, match this point right there? Yes, no, show me, come on. Is that a match? Doing this, give yourself 2 more. The slope's wrong. The y coordinate's in the wrong place on F prime. So we're done now. We know it's D because there's no other possibilities. So, questions? Just to kind of confirm, here's how you would check. This one's harder to draw because it's lower on the board. I challenge anyone to do better. I promise it's a lot harder than it looks. Questions? Questions? 2 for Ian. Appreciate the support. Okay. Ian, help me out.
Yes, sir.
If we go to run of 1 again, because that's easy to compute.
Yes, sir.
What's a reasonable guess as to the rise?
It's almost 3.
Yeah, my drawing's not perfect. It should be exactly 3. But are you confident, Ian, that this is much closer to matching than the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 points. Anybody else? That's it.
No way.
Okay, cool. Next one.